Alright, what up, y'all? This is what the fuck you talking about? T here, my man Slim right here. And this is what the fuck we talking about. ESPN put out another dumbass fucking list of the top 10 point guards a couple days ago in NBA history. Mind you, NBA fucking history. Okay, number 10, Bob Cousy. Number 9, Walt Frazier. Number 8, the great Jason Kidd. Number 7, Steve Nash. Number 6, Chris Paul. Number 5, Isaiah Thomas. Ain't that some bullshit? Number 4, Steph Curry. Number 3, John Stockton. Number 2, Oscar Robertson. And number 1, Magic Johnson. Now, what you gotta say about this list, Slim?
Number 1 is ESPN. ESPN is propaganda sports network, man. Yeah. It's the Fox News.
Exactly. Fox News.
Man, number 1. How the fuck Steph Curry is number 4? That's like Steph Curry had 1.5 good year, and this the half of the good year. Understand? Steph Curry is a great player, no doubt, greatest shooter of all time.
Right.
Sooner or later, he will make the top 10 list. Arguably, he could end up top 3.
Right.
But at this, come on, let's calm down here. He only had 1.5 good years. He's only been a 2-time All-Star too.
Right. See, that's really just some popularity bullshit to me. Steph Curry hasn't even been relevant long enough. Y'all motherfuckers just knew about Steph Curry last season. Yeah, last season y'all motherfuckers just now starting to know about Steph Curry. He been in the league since 2009. Come on, y'all.
And he's only made the playoffs 3 times.
3 times, right?
And the first couple of years of his career, he was hurt.
Yeah.
So let's calm down on the Steph Curry thing. Then on top of that, they got John Stockton over Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
This is the crazy thing to me about ESPN. Now, they will say rings. Then they bring up finals records.
Make up your mind.
Now they say, LeBron, he's 2 for 4 in the finals. That's why he can't be the greatest. But then they have John Stockton, who was 0 for 2 in the finals, over Isaiah Thomas, who was 2 for 3. Yeah. And on top of that, Isaiah beat the person that John Stockton couldn't beat. And by the way, Isaiah Thomas didn't have a Hall of Fame power forward in Karl Malone, who's the second all-time leading scorer in NBA history. Isaiah Thomas played with Joe Dumars, role player. Dennis Rodman was a role player, one of the greatest defensive players of all time, role player. And then Bill Laimbeer was a fucking role player, man. Let's keep it real. Isaiah Thomas is definitely top 3, but we'll get to our list sooner or later. What else? Who else they had on that list? Then on top of that, Steve Nash. This is my issue with Steve Nash. I'll get to that later. Steve Nash is not a top 10 point guard to me.
My issue is, why the fuck do you have Jason Kidd at number 8? What the? You have fucking Steve Nash over Jason Kidd, Chris Paul, which I think is one of the last pure point guards in the league.
And then the contradiction continues, because how can you say that Jason Kidd is 8 when he has a ring? He been in the finals 3 times.
Yeah.
Took 2 bum-ass teams to the finals when Kenyon Martin is your second guy with Todd McCullough. He dragged Todd McCullough.
And Kerry Kittles.
By the way, Keith Van Horn sniffed the finals because of Jason Kidd. Byron Scott got to the... Look at Byron Scott right now. You tell me he could coach? Byron Scott been fired everywhere he done went, man.
And now his career is on life support with the Lakers, along with Kobe's career. Pull the plug. But yeah.
So let's get to your list. What was your list?
Okay. My list. The great Magic Johnson. No fucking question about it. The great Oscar Robertson. No goddamn question about it. Isaiah Thomas. Jason Kidd. One of the best point guards of all time. John Stockton. One of the best point guards of all time. Steve Nash. Even though I think I put him a little bit too high. A great point guard. Chris Paul, one of the last pure point guards in today's league, along with Rajon Rondo. The great Gary Payton, the glove. Bob Cousy at 9, and Nate Tiny Archibald at 10. Yeah, that's my list.
The only problem I have on your list is Steve Nash, man. Steve Nash, man.
No, hey, I can't front on Steve Nash,
man,
but
Steve Nash, man.
No, I can't front on.
I'm really gonna blow down when I I get to my list. But Steve Nash, man. All right, but my list would be, I have Magic Johnson, of course, number one, no debating. I mean, if you say anything otherwise, you either dumb, stupid, or slow. So just pick one.
Give me your address and I'll fucking slit your throat.
All right, that nigga tripping. But Oscar Robertson is number two, hands down. I actually believe Oscar is top 5 all time. Oscar Robertson is a better player than Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
He's not a better point guard than Magic Johnson.
Right.
But Oscar Robertson, hands down, one of the greatest all-around basketball players ever. Me and him both agreed on that. And number 3, I have Isaiah Thomas. I mean, is there any question about this?
No.
Isaiah Thomas is the blueprint to the new point guards of today's age. Also, I have number 4, I have Jason Kidd. I mean, how in the fuck can you disrespect Jason Kidd like that? He was a champion in Dallas. He went to 3 finals on 2 different franchises. And Jason Kidd's been a winner everywhere he has went. And by the way, don't forget that debacle New Jersey was in the year before he didn't come because they had Stephon Marbury. They traded him, got Jason Kidd there, instantly went to the finals, and he was robbed out of the MVP in 2002. Tim Duncan got that MVP. I mean, you can't get mad. That's Tim Duncan. I have nothing bad to say about Tim Duncan. But Jason Kidd deserved that MVP that year for the team he was playing on. All right, I got him 4. Number 5, I got John Stockton. I mean, even though I criticize him, he was just a little too high at 3. But John Stockton is a top 5 point guard. John Stockton is the blueprint of what Chris Paul is today. Chris Paul is just a better scorer. John Stockton also played both ends of the court. He was an offensive player and also he was a defensive player. And he was great at setting the tempo of an offense.
And both are choke artists.
Yeah, John Stockton is a choke artist.
Yeah.
And the reason what make John Stockton a choke artist, he trusts Karl Malone too much in the clutch.
And another choke artist.
If John Stockton was a scorer, if he would have scored more, John Stockton would have got a ring from Jordan. He would at least got 1. And I would have said that would have been the 97 finals because Utah had a chance in Game 5. I mean, how you let a sick man beat you? That's another story.
For another video.
Chris Paul is number 6. His body of work. Can you disagree with that?
I can't disagree with
his body of work. The only problem with Chris Paul,
choke artist.
Man, he chokes a lot, man. And it's not even him. It's the Clippers, man. They got a curse. I mean, something is going on. I think the Lakers organization is got a Clipper doll and poking it whenever they in the playoffs.
No. What I tell you the other day, Steph Curry be sacrificing fucking goat heads with Chris Paul jerseys and shit. They be up there lighting up candles in the Antichrist circle and shit.
And let's keep it real. This is the most underrated player out of all the point guards. Nobody mentions this guy. At number 7, I got Tony Parker. Tony Parker, a 4-time champion.
He almost made my list.
A finals MVP. By the way, I think he was runner-up in 2013 for MVP.
Yeah, that's true.
By the way, Tony Parker been the best point guard in the league for a long time. But nobody gave him the credit because he plays in San Antonio and he plays with Tim Duncan. Yeah. This is a 2nd-round draft pick. My bad. This is a late 1st-round draft pick that Greg Popovich stole out the draft. This is an 18-year-old point guard from French who came in the NBA and instantly made an impact because he crapped all over Gary Payton. That was the first signs that Gary Payton was dementing, was when Tony Parker was busting his ass. By the way, if you look at any playoff series, Tony Parker has dominated every point guard he's played in the Western Conference, a la Steve Nash. He was busting Steve Nash's ass. In the playoffs, he averaged 30 against Nash. In the regular season, he was averaging 16. That's why Steve Nash is not on my list. He don't play no D.
And he stole both of those MVPs.
And alright, I got Gary Payton at 8, one of the greatest defensive point guards of all time.
Yeah.
He won Defensive Player in 1996. I mean, what can you say about the glove? He was a scorer, 20 points. He would score 20 points. He'll get you 10 assists. And he was a good rebounder. And the most underrated thing about Gary Payton, he was a great post-up point guard. He could post up point guards. Well, at number 9, I got Walt Frazier. Walt Frazier definitely needs to be on this list. He's a 2-time champion, played in a great system, and played in the 70s era. So I got to show love to the 70s. And then I got Bob Cousy at number 10. 9-time champion, first point guard to win MVP, and on top of that, played in that dynasty with the Boston Celtics in the 60s. I mean, everybody could criticize Bob Cousy for dribbling with one hand, but that was that era. So Bob Cousy is actually like the blueprint on how a point guard should be played. That's where we get pure point guard from, is from Bob Cousy. So T, with all that being said, after you said your list and I said mine, who do you think, what 3 players in today's game you think has a chance to make this top 10 list?
Well, personally, I think it's utter fucking bullshit that ESPN threw Steph Curry in the top fucking 5, but that's not to say that he's not gonna make it. So I see Steph Curry jumping on that list 10 years. No, hell, 5. I see. No, I was just kidding about that. John Wall. I actually think John Wall is a good point guard. I see him making it in about 5 to 10 years. And a third player. Honestly, man, it's so many point guards up there. It's all up for grabs. Honestly, you know what? Personally, a lot of people sleep on him. But I think Damian Lillard will jump on there too. A lot of people sleep on him, but I think he'll make it too. That's all I got.
Well, the 3 players I would definitely name that definitely could be on this in the top 10 list is Stephen Curry, hands down.
Yeah.
I think Steph Curry actually got the potential to be top 5 to 3. Definitely. Possibly end up number 1. And I never thought nobody could be better than Magic. But he definitely can. He got to play a little bit more D because he don't guard his position. Klay Thompson do all your dirty work. Hey, I'll be watching. You do all your dirty work, man. You got to start guarding the point. Guard your position. And then I'll take to another. I think Steph Curry could be number 1. Also, my second guy is Russell motherfucking Westbrook, nigga. How the fuck you ain't got him on there?
That nigga already there, you ask me.
I mean, look, athletically, he's the most athletic point guard we've ever seen. I mean, God bless that man with a body that could do the things it could do. I mean, this dude could jump, run, dribble. He got this nice little pull-up shot. The only problem with Westbrook is he's reckless as fuck. He's reckless as fuck. Sometimes it's hard for him to choose when to pass and when to score.
Yeah, like I always tell people that Durant is Goku and Russell is Vegeta. He's Vegeta. I mean, nigga reckless.
Yeah, and he's the bad guy.
Yeah, and he's the villain. To some people, he's the villain.
Russell Westbrook, man, he got potential. I'm talking about he could be a top 3, for real, top 3. But it's all about Russell. It's going to depend on this. If Durant stay and how many rings they get, or if Durant leave and if he stays in OKC, where can he take them? Because I mean it's going to depend on that. And then my third guy, I love Damian Lillard. Nobody's talking about Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is Chauncey Billups on steroids. Mr. Big Nuts. This dude got nuts. I mean, that's the scariest guy with the game on the line in the NBA right now. You don't want Damian Lillard with the game on the line and the ball in his hand. Ask the Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
But he didn't make it. Kyrie Irving. When it's all said and done, I want all y'all to look at me. I want the whole world. I want y'all to look at me. Understand this. Kyrie is playing with LeBron James. He's going to be in the finals the next 5 years.
The only reason why I put Kyrie up there is because the health back.
All right, man, stop jinxing my nigga. It's not a jinx. Come on, quit jinxing niggas, man.
It's not a jinx.
Man, look, I ain't talking about health with nobody on this list. You always do that shit, man. This nigga always talking about health and shit, man.
Dude, I always say when healthy. That's all I say.
Man,
it's not a
just
jinx.
don't say that's jinxing, man. Damn, man. Let the
Nigga, that's not a jinx.
Man, you probably was the nigga that said that shit in game 1. And
No,
that's
the fuck
why
I
I
did.
got hurt,
No, the
man.
fuck I did.
Fucking up my nigga ring, man.
I didn't say shit.
Hey, look, man, fuck
It's
it.
his fucking play style.
Hey, we gon' edit
this
that
nigga
out.
needs to be going this way and that way
Hey,
and shit.
man, we gon' edit that shit out, man.
No, fuck that.
Hey,
No.
Hey, look, hey, world, I ain't had nothing to do with that shit.
Hey, fuck that.
I'm
keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. That's all. Anyway, go ahead what you were saying.
Man, look, all right, look, back to what the fuck I'm talking about. Kyrie Irving, man. He could go down as the greatest offensive point guard in NBA history. The difference between him and Curry is he is a better finisher in the paint than Curry. And ladies and gentlemen, he shoots the mid-range better than Curry. Kyrie Irving has no flaws on the offensive end. This is the greatest ball handler we ever seen. Steph Curry is number 2. But Kyrie Irving, yes, he has a chance to make this list. And for the next 5 years, Kyrie and Curry, man, it's gonna be a rivalry, man. This Golden State Cleveland shit ain't over with, man. It ain't over with. It ain't over. It ain't over. But you know, thanks for watching our show. You know what I'm saying? If you have any comments, you disagree, I mean, you hate me, you don't like my shirt, I mean, you don't like his glasses, hey, well, you know where you could go. But at the same time, just comment, say whatever you gotta say. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all y'all. We love our people that love us. We don't give a fuck who hate us.
You ain't gonna say the shit to our face though anyway. So
yeah, exactly, man. So, all right. Much love, man.
That was good shit.